Okay, so it's going to be about finishing up some little things that I have left to do. Like I got to pull the fuel injectors and get them sent away for flow testing, just to make sure that they're all good. I really need to clean out this engine bay. I'll give you a look here. My screamer pipe actually comes out inside the engine bay, so if you can see back in the corner here, it's kind of full of all kinds of soot from the exhaust and stuff. So I'm not exactly sure what the best way to do this is. I can't really get a pressure washer in here. I can't go outside with a pressure washer. It's minus 20. And if you live in the United States, it's something because your units of measurement are stupid. For example, here you go. Oh, look at me. I'm the average guy who doesn't own tools. And I need a wrench. So, okay. Oh, 1/2. That's too big. I need one smaller than that. Oh, 7/16. Now you got me doing fractions. So basically, you need to know basic math to understand the standard system, which is stupid because the metric system, okay, one bigger than a 10 is an 11. Makes sense, right? Come on. So anyways, it's like minus 25 degrees Celsius outside right now. I can't get a pressure washer in here or anything, so... Okay, so here's my wastegate. And basically with the cast manifold, see if I can squeeze in here, it kind of sits right here. And you can see where the dump pipe leads. So all of this area down here is covered in exhaust. All the rest of this is covered in like dust and sand, because where I live, the roads aren't clean at all. You drive once, you have to wash your car. So if you have any tips on which product I can use to clean this off, what's the best way to do it? I don't have access to a pressure washer because it's minus 25 out. So if you just want to leave a comment, tell me what the best way to do this is. I can tackle that before I start doing stuff. Okay, another thing I want to do is pull this fuel rail, because where I had issues on number 1, I just want to make sure that the issue wasn't in the injector itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the injectors. I'm going to try and mark the number 1 somehow and get them flow tested. And if they come back and number 1 was the issue, then I know it's in the fuel system. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull this. Now this is just an eBay fuel rail. Because I wasn't going for crazy horsepower or anything and I didn't need a center feed, I figured I would save a bit of money with the fuel rail because it's just a piece of aluminum. So no need to get a brand name HKS fuel rail when it's essentially the same thing as this one. Now they are Bosch 800cc fuel injectors, and I was running a Walbro 450 in the tank. So I'm hoping the fueling wasn't an issue. I'm just going to go ahead and put this back in place. I also got a little box from Haltech for my standalone. So I got the intake air temperature sensor and map connector and flying leads. I got the small intake air temp sensor for in the intake pipe, and it's got the small threads on it. The ETS intercooler piping is actually fairly thick, so I think I'm just going to top the pipe. I won't weld the bung in. And then I got the 3-bar map, just the connector and pins. I also have the 3-bar map, it's just inside. Okay, so since there's not a lot of working on cars in this video, I'm just going to ramble on about a couple other things I wanted to talk about. You don't need a huge budget to enjoy your car. You really don't. You kind of have to modify it the way you want to do it and don't care what anybody else thinks. Because there's always going to be that one guy who doesn't like your car. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm encouraging everyone to try and build what they want to do, try new things, learn how to do something. Nobody started out knowing how to pull a transmission out or change a clutch or stuff like that. But with today and the computers, the internet and stuff, you have access to all kinds of forums. There's all kinds of people. The car community in itself is like a big family. Okay, my first car was a 1996 Ford Escort, believe it or not, and it had a 1.9 liter, 88 horsepower engine, single overhead cam, and what I did was I had to replace a clutch in it, and fortunately my dad, he knew how to do a lot of car automotive stuff, so he helped me replace it, and then what I did was I signed up for the Ford Escort forums. I can't remember what it's called now, but started talking and seeing what other people were building and really got into it. I started collecting parts for a turbo setup, and I turboed a car that should have never been turboed, and it worked well for a while, and it went from something like 88 horsepower probably up to 120, and I enjoyed the hell out of it, and it was a learning experience, which brought me on to buying a Ford Focus and turboing that, and then I bought the Cobalt SS, which was already supercharged. I moved on to Silvia S13, and now I'm on to the Supra. And every car along the way, I made mistakes, and I learned from them, and it kind of just makes you who you are today. So I learned from my mistakes, I met new people, learned new things, signed up for forums, all kinds of information there, and basically here's where I am now. I still don't claim to know everything. I still actively use the forums to learn information, find out new things. The bottom line basically is just build what you want to build, and everyone's going to have some negative criticism about your build or what you should have did or what you shouldn't have did, but in the end, if you did it for yourself, then perfect. So I know I didn't do a lot in this video. It was more just talking and trying to get the little things together. It's minus 25 out. I don't really want to go in the garage, heat it up, cost a fortune. Like I said, with the engine bay, if anybody has any tips or anything, leave it in. Like I said, with the engine bay, if anybody has any tips or easy ways to get rid of all the shit in the engine bay, just leave it down at the bottom. I reply to every comment that's ever been left. If you want to go ahead and tell me I'm stupid or gay or an asshole or anything, leave that down there too. I'll say, what's up, hey, want to go on a date or something? But yeah, that's it.